Warning. The Lakers are winning. Maybe. Oh, yeah. It only changed by 2. Come on, Philly. Win again.
All right. Let's
because of who they're playing.
Yeah. All right. I mean, while we talking a little bit about basketball, do you want to expand a little bit more about what the Warriors are doing?
It's amazing. I legit think they've got a serious chance. I said it at the beginning when we did the basketball podcast. I said they legit have a chance to win. They beat the 72 mark of the Chicago Bulls. I said it at the beginning of the thing. I said I think this is one of those teams that has that chance to be able to break that 72 mark. That 72-10 mark set by the Bulls.
This is all with Spreaker.
Ridiculous. Luke Walton should be coach of the year.
He doesn't get the credit for the game stuff.
I know, that's a shame too. But he's still named coach of the week.
Yeah, they gave him the zero.
Luke's like, I didn't do shit.
I tell you what, man, that's the second best player on their team and need to be recognized as Draymond Green.
Mm-hmm.
Dude is at his position is a triple-double threat.
Mm-hmm.
And they put him at center, and they really spread you out. And
they gave that brother his money, too.
Yeah, and so Clay is not the second best player on his team anymore. It's Draymond Green.
Mm-hmm. Last year, Draymond Green was the second best player on that team last year. He was the second best player on that team last year.
Yeah, he eventually went ahead and took that spot.
During the playoffs, he definitely was the second best because Clay went through a horrendous slump.
Right. I gotta give credit to him, man, because
he earned his money.
Everybody was talking about the Spurs. Everybody was talking about Clippers made these moves.
No.
Everybody was talking about LeBron.
Not me.
Gonna come back.
Said nothing about the Clippers.
No, you didn't. I did.
I don't like the Clippers. They bums.
Everybody was just talking about these other teams.
Bums.
And they was like, Golden State is still going to be in the contention. But, you know, you got to believe them boys were hearing that. And like, okay.
It's ridiculous. The stuff they are doing right now is ridiculous.
Steph Curry can shoot with a blindfold and still make more shots than some of the players in this league. And some of the shots...
I think he does.
Some of these shots are taking... What is it? We were looking at...
The one last night, the game winner. He was like, I'll shoot it. He was 5 feet behind the three-point line. He's like, fuck it.
Steph Curry is he's coming.
Right now, Steph Curry is the best player in basketball. Based on his size and all-around game, he is the best player in basketball right now. You can put it on LeBron. LeBron has so many floppy nights that it's crazy. This kid is consistent. This kid, for being a jump shooter, the percentage that he has being a jump shooter is ridiculous. You have to take it. What's his field goal percentage? What is his field goal percentage?
Look.
Oh, you could have clicked his name down here.
Steph Curry, field goal percentage, 51%.
He shoots 51% and 44% from the three, almost 45% from the three-point line. He shoots over 50%, and he is a jump shooter. Let that...
Attempt 11 3-points a game and make 5.
Let that sink in a minute.
He's only playing 34 minutes?
Let that sink in a minute.
34 minutes and averaging 31 points a game.
He almost averages a point a minute that he's in the ball game. And he shoots almost over 50%, and he is a jump shooter. A jump shooter. Shooting over 50%. That's not even fair. Other people have to shoot 50%, and most of them are layups.
Team shooting.
He is a jump shooter.
Andre Iguodala's not even a good 3-point shooter. He's making 48% of his
because he only takes 2 a game.
He only takes 2 a game. He took 2 a game in Philly, and he was shooting 33% from the 3-point line.
It's just
I'm just guessing.
It's just amazing though that he does what he does on shooting 50%, and the way he has to shoot because he's a jump shooter. And the way he plays the game because he's a jump shooter.
Golden State's got everybody's attention right now.
A jump shooter.
A jump shooter who is involved into more of a distributor. He can defend.
He does everything. He's not big at all whatsoever. He's one of them little pissant people that makes you mad.
Jennings, Rubio.
He's playing better than Steve Nash did. When Steve Nash's MVP season, Steph Curry's playing way beyond Steve Nash's MVP
Steve Nash
season.
had back-to-back MVPs.
Exactly. He's playing well beyond Steve Nash's MVP level.
Oh, I agree.
Because he plays defense.
Yeah.
Steve Nash.
No.
Steve Nash, there is no Steve Nash in defense. Or no defense in Steve Nash.
No.
Either way. No, neither one of them wanted to play defense.
Yeah, props to him. And I know we're going to keep an eye on them a little bit and say it like that. Well, let's go to...
Just curious. What is LeBron shooting from the field?
LeBron?
What does LeBron shoot from the field? You can't even find a little Cleveland dot.
It's over there somewhere.
Just go down. What does he shoot? He don't even shoot 50%. And he is a layup artist. He's a bully.
28% from the three-point line.
He makes almost 70% of his free throw attempts. He makes 28% of his three-pointers. And he shoots almost 50%.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Just saying.
Well, I agree with you. I'm with you, man. Steph Curry.
And he does it in more time.
And this was me. There's no question. Steph Curry is the best player right now. And there's no Warren and Warren A MVP. No, he's Warren, and there's a distant two. I don't know who the distant two is. Is it in the MVP race? I don't know who the. I mean, you can't even talk about a distant two right now because you're talking about Steph Curry right now. We already had him the award in December.
When the team is doing what they're doing, and he is the catalyst behind every single thing, you have to talk about him. You have to talk about him. You can't talk about anybody else. When the Heat were running off, what was it, 22 in a row, 23 in a row. Nobody talked about LeBron being the catalyst to everything because everybody was doing something different on every night. They won games without him playing in it to keep that streak going. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't just about him. This is mostly about Curry.
Yeah.
These games they're winning like this is mostly about Curry. Nothing else. There's a huge gap.
Dude, it's unreal, and I'm pretty sure we will see some more ridiculous stuff. We probably got some highlights here now because they're playing the Hornets.
Did you see that lob he threw the other night?
Yeah.
He wasn't even looking at him. I was like, here, go ahead.
Steph Curry.
You got it.
Hey, this is Steph Curry, where we all just living in it.
I like him because he's a little fella. He's humble.
He's a good dude.
And he's a good dude. And just watching him on his stuff where he at the Panthers games. Yeah. He's a dude.
I follow him on Twitter. You just already see locked in #DubNation.
He
says it before every game.
He's fun.
Yeah.
He's fun. He's not like some of these other crazy people that do stupid crap.
Imagine this kid came from Davidson.
He's fun. Why did no one recruit him?
He came from Davidson.
Why did no one recruit him out of high school?
Rubio was picked before this guy.
A lot of people.
Brandon Jennings was picked before this guy.
A lot of people were picked
Jeff
before
T
this
was
guy.
picked before this guy. Yeah.
A lot of people were picked before this guy.
Yeah. All right. Kobe Bryant this Sunday. I'm sure everybody got the notification or the alert,
Felicia.
That he had.
Can't believe
he had announced that he was going to retire. It's coming some of his quotes like, "Gave a 6-year-old boy his Laker dream, and I will always love you for it. But I can't love you excessively for much longer. The season's all I have left to give. My heart can't take the pounding, my mind can't handle the grind, but my body knows it's time to say goodbye. And that's okay. I'm ready to let you go." He gave this poem and a nice card to all the Lakers fans.
They're basketball.
And all the Laker fans found out that night that he was retiring. And of course, it got out to Twitter and every social media, and it just spread like wildfire. So, first of all, your thoughts about Kobe Bryant's season so far and this announcement to come when it did?
It was 4 years too late. Or 3 years too late.
I say
he should have done this when he broke down on the leg the one time. He should have done it right then. Instead, his knee broke down again, and now you're seeing a shell. Here, perfect prime example. I'm not doing it to be mean. Kobe, Peyton. They're almost taking the same path right now. Peyton last year had the hurt, had the injuries. You knew he was breaking down. He decided to come back and try to give it one more go, and we see what happened. Kobe, the injuries, everything like that, breaking down, decided to give it 1 year. You see what's happening. They both throwing air balls. They both playing like shells of their self. When you see a legend, you don't want to see the legend fall. You want to see them at their best when they go out. Like a lot of people. John Elway. That's why everybody was high on John Elway when he left, because he left winning. Jerome Bettis. Well, you don't count Jerome Bettis. Jerome Bettis played running back, and he only carried the ball like 4 times in the Super Bowl. So we don't even count that crap. They made a big deal out of that just because it was in flipping Detroit. Don't get me started on Jerome Bettis.
Go ahead.
But things like that, you want to see your legends go on top. Just like last year, I was hoping like Tim would be like, okay, it's time to go because I'm on top. You want to see those guys go out on top. It's like watching Michael in a Wizards uniform, just bleh. And you're like, no, dude, you should have went. Just let it go when you was in the Bulls uniform. That's how we want to remember you. We don't want to remember you in a Bullets uniform.
This guy.
We don't want to, and that's the thing. It's sad to see. He should have done it a while back, and he should have already been retired. But now you got to watch this whole rest of the season, and with him struggling to get through it, and people chanting Kobe everywhere he goes and everything like that, it's a sad thing to watch. Can't stand the dude personally. As a basketball player, one of the best to ever play. But I don't really have a liking to the guy. Mm-hmm. But as far as a basketball player goes, he's phenomenal.
Yeah. I brought him back up here, and I got on Twitter, and I was like, okay, I'm reading some stuff. At first, I thought it was just something fake. I'm like, okay, who's faking? I clicked the article. I'm like,
it wasn't fake.
Wow, he's really going to retire this year. I mean, I guess I was surprised about
I was surprised at the timing.
At the timing.
I wasn't surprised he did it, but I was surprised at the timing.
At the timing. But, like Kevin said, I respect the hell out of Kobe. Don't like him personally, and everything like that, and really couldn't care less about him.
What he done on the floor, there's no arguing.
Yeah, what he does on the floor.
What he did, what his personal matters. Right. I just don't like the guy as I always called him a clone.
Yeah. Because
I always thought he tried to imitate Michael, mm-hmm. and he didn't want to be himself.
Yeah.
I always thought he was a clone, and I always thought he came off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is a guy that you watch him and you see this is a guy 5 years ago. He can get by the blow-by stuff. Now he's just forced to take a bunch of threes. Okay, now I watched some of the Philly and Laker game back my eyes, but I did watch it and see how, because, of course, Bryant is from that area. He was playing high school basketball there. So I was like seeing how the crowd was going to take him. And I was like, okay, he's starting off hot here. And I was actually watching because I think Philly get their first win, and they did.
Everybody's like, hold on, yeah. Philly.
And so I'm sitting there and I'm watching him, and he's making it sound like, okay, that's vintage Kobe there. But now I started seeing all these little turnaround shots, and he's trying to take the step and drive by. I was like,
he can't do it.
He can't do it no more, man. And it's crazy to think that. And it's always got to be stubborn ones that want to stick around.
Mm-hmm.
We know Kobe is stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you gave Peyton Manning an example. He is stubborn. Mm-hmm. This is like when I was in high school. This was the guy I was watching, man. And so you sit there and try to explain someone about the great legend of Kobe Bryant in this generation. They look at you like, well, I could just look up YouTube videos, but no, you have to see this guy.
He's been in the league for 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years. What is he, 38 now?
37.
37 now? Me and him are the same age. He started playing ball when he was 17. I think he was the youngest player.